Well, good afternoon and welcome to what I sold on eBay this week. My sales have been really, really good. And first, I want to apologize. I have not been around. Life has been so hectic with what we've been dealing with. And I am not going to go on camera because I was due for a haircut back in January. I went on a cruise, and the whole time I kept saying, "Oh, I got to get my haircut when I get home." And I kept putting it off and putting it off because just things were just getting so busy with Amazon that I was spending so much time sourcing, and I didn't end up spending any time on myself and going to get my hair cut. And now the hairdressers are closed, and I am really struggling with my hair right now. So I will not be doing any live videos probably until either I do some YouTube videos and learn how to cut my own hair, or I have the opportunity to go get it cut from somebody. In the meantime, I do want to go over some of my eBay sales with you guys, though. I have had a really, really good week. Week to 2 weeks have picked up tremendously. I think part of it is, of course, more people are home, working from home. I know there's a lot of people collecting unemployment right now and unfortunately have lost their jobs, but there are still a lot of people who are working and still getting a paycheck. I'm very fortunate that my husband and my husband's still getting paid. My family, my kids, they're both actually still working. They're considered essential employees in Vermont, so they're working. And my siblings, they're all working from home, except for I do have one sister who works at a VA hospital, and she is working, and I thank her so much for what she does, putting literally her life on the line right now, supporting and taking care of the people who have put their life on the line for us and our freedoms here in this country. So thank you so much, Sherry, for what you do. And so there are a lot of people who are still getting a paycheck, and so they are sitting around taking a break from their work at home job right now, and I think they're going online and they're looking to buy stuff. I have sold quite a few essential items, but I have actually sold quite a few items that are non-essential also. So let's go through some of the things that I've sold. I'll give you an idea of some stuff that is selling right now. So if you are somebody who has been selling on eBay and you are struggling because you don't have any sales, let's see if we can try and help you out. One of the things I did over the last month was I went through every one of my totes. So if you go back and you look at my videos, the very first video I did was showing you my inventory system. I have totes from, I think I counted the other day and it was 90 totes, I think. Um, I go from A to Z, AA to ZZ, and then A1 to right now I think I am at G9. That's how many totes I have. So how many of that ends up being? Quite a few of them. So I went through all of them. I did an inventory to make sure everything was still listed on eBay, which I was shocked how many items were not. I would bet you out of my 1,200 items that I had listed on eBay, approximately, well, maybe 50 to 75 of them, for some reason, were no longer listed. So I pulled them aside, and now I'm kind of deciding whether or not I want to go ahead and take photographs and relist them, or if I want to just put them into my donation pile. I'll see what's been listed for a while. So while I went through that, I updated my item specifics, and I also adjusted my prices on a lot of them. So when I list things, I will usually list on the high end and make an offer. Well, unfortunately, I don't always go back and revisit that, and this time around I did. So if I was listing something for $48 and I would look and see that, oh gosh, it's only selling for $29 right now. So I adjusted my price to $29, and surprisingly, quite a few of those things sold. So I will actually point those items out as we go along and let you know some of these that have been sitting around for a while and actually ended up selling when I lowered my price. So the other thing I did is the first few, well, so I'm in New York, and I decided the first weekend that we decided to stay at home was, St. Patrick's Day weekend. And that weekend, I decided to clean some closets that I've been wanting to clean. And one of them, well, actually, both of them are my bathroom closets. So I have my guest bathroom and then my normal bathroom. So I went through and I pulled out stuff that was brand new, still sealed, not expired. And I threw those items up on eBay and some of them on Amazon, and I was shocked by how many sold. So this is one of them. I had a huge stash of soft soap, hand soap. So I looked and I saw that these were selling pretty good. So I threw up these this week, and within a day, they sold. So this is a set of 3. I figured it was in the long run easier and cheaper to do it in lots versus how much it would cost to ship even just one of them. And I'm not sure anybody would pay that much for it. Then I have this Pokemon Clip and Go. This was a retail arbitrage item that I picked up at Walmart, and I paid $5 for it and sold it for 16. There are a lot of people right now buying stuff to keep their kids entertained, as well as Easter is coming. So since they're not going out to the stores, they're looking for things to buy. This I've had for a year, these New York Giants chaps. I picked these up at Party City at a closeout. A store was closing in New Hampshire, and I went and picked up a ton of stuff. I mean, I was filling a whole cart and paying like $5 for a whole cart of stuff. So I maybe got 50 cents into this. This is one of the items that I dropped the price on. I can't remember how much I originally was asking for it, but probably in the 20s, and I dropped it down to 15.86, and right now I'm running an 8% sale. I picked these up at Walgreens on clearance right after Christmas. They were, I think, 50% off, maybe more. Not even sure. Maybe probably more than that, but I paid $5.40 for it. I'm not sure how much it was originally. Oh, it was $10. And so I paid $5, and then we have an 8% sales tax. So $5.40, sold it for $18.27. Also, when I went through and did a lot of my edits on my items, I put free shipping on anything that I didn't have free shipping. I went through and made sure that I added on free shipping again and rolled that into the price. These bubbles I picked up last year on clearance of Easter. I think I paid 2 cents for each of them, and I have been selling them here and there. They started to pick up again. I think just this week I have sold, well, you see when I do a Bonanza video, I've sold some on Bonanza too. I think they maybe I've had 6 or 7 orders so far for these, and I paid 2 cents, so 4 cents for a set of 2, and they ship first class. So not bad, $11.04. So I had a bunch of items that have been sitting in my store since 2017, and I decided to end those and do them as an auction. This was before eBay gave us those extra listings. So I wanted to use up the auctions that I get every month that I was never doing anything with, and I was tired of paying even 10 cents a month to keep relisting this over and over again, especially for a low price item like this. So I went ahead and put a bunch of things on auction, and I changed it from free shipping to calculated shipping. And this was one of the ones that sold with one bid for $8.99. This actually went out today. Same with this book, Boy Mechanic. It's been sitting around. This was actually something from my son's. Same with those video games. They were from my son's collection. And I went ahead and sold that for $2.99 just to get it out of here. A retail arbitrage item. Bought this at Walmart. I paid $3 for this. Little slip and slide type thing. It's that time of year. Went to South Carolina for $17. So last week eBay sent out a message to its sellers stating that they could not sell a set of more products. So at the beginning of March, they said we could not sell face masks, hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes, that type of stuff, disinfecting wipes. And now they've said we cannot sell diapers, baby wipes, tampons. Can't remember what else was in that letter. Unless you were a business seller. So I went on and asked the question of how do I know if I'm a business seller? And somebody told me where to check that on your account settings. And I am listed as a business. So I had these boxes of tampons that I'd had listed previously. And for some reason, they were no longer listed. And they weren't something that that eBay had taken down. So I went ahead and relisted them this week and they sold. Don't think I would have gotten in trouble for it because I am a business seller. So I think I was still okay had they not sold. Like I listed these yesterday and they sold today or last night. So they went pretty quickly. I think it's important though, if you are a business seller and you're selling anything that's on that list, that you just make sure that you stay reasonable with your pricing and don't go crazy and you'll be fine. Dumbledore 100-piece puzzle cube. Of course, puzzles right now are flying off the shelf. Kids, parents, adults. I have some elderly friends. They probably don't like me calling them elderly, but you know, they're older, retired, 60s, 70s, and they love doing puzzles. Of course, this is a 100-piece puzzle, and they're into the bigger ones, but they've been buying a lot of them. And you'll see later on, I've actually sold. I don't think I have any puzzles except for one more of these left. Oh, by the way, I think I paid $2 at Walmart for that. These I picked up at Dollar General. They were having a clearance, their clearance event that they had maybe a month, 2 months ago. And I picked up some drink mixes. I paid, oh, wait a minute, I take that back. I actually got them at Walgreens and I paid 30 cents a box. So 90 cents total. And it was $8. This is a Belgian waffle maker. I sold it for $22. I didn't make much on this because the buyer ended up being from Puerto Rico and it ended up being a lot more heavy than I thought, plus going to Puerto Rico. So in the long run, I maybe only made $4 on this one, but that's all right. I got it for free. It was my local casino was having a giveaway, and every week I would go in and I would get these free items, and this was one of the free items. So it didn't cost me anything. So really anything I got was fine. Nurse's costume. Who would have thought that a costume would be selling right now? Especially a nurse's one. So I did take a best offer of, well, they had offered me 20 and I countered back 22 and they accepted the 22. This Walgreens Soothing Eye Wash. This is retail arbitrage. I paid full price for this, $4.50. Sold it for $13. Shipped first class. The Pioneer Woman. This cookie jar. This was one of the items that had been listed for a long time. So I thought, because I actually had about 4 of these. And when I was doing my inventory, this was sitting in my inventory tote and it was not listed. So I went ahead and relisted it this week. Actually bumped up the price because the price has gone up since when I originally was selling them, and sold it for $55 with free shipping. And I don't remember how much I paid for this. Maybe like $7, $9. It was a clearance at Walmart last spring. This keto creamer. I picked up quite a few of these at TJ Maxx, and some of them I sent into Amazon, and some I threw up on eBay. And the ones on Amazon sold. Still got a few here. Plus, I am doing some FBM right now on Amazon that I have sold also. So I paid $5 for this. I sold it for 13 and it went first class. These earrings, I paid a quarter for these at a garage sale. Probably about 2 years ago. They've been sitting out there for a while, and I think I lowered the price. I think I maybe was asking above $15 for them, and I lowered it to the 11.88, and within a couple of days they sold. They were only 2 ounces, so they shipped pretty cheap. I picked up a bunch of these last summer at our local drugstore was having a clearance, and I've been selling them on Amazon, but I did get notified by the company that they don't really want me selling them on Amazon. I don't have a reseller agreement with them, so I've been selling them on eBay, and then I stopped selling them altogether for a while. I relisted them again this week, sold this one, sold a couple on Amazon, FBM, and then I got notified by the company again saying, please stop selling our stuff. And I'm kind of hemming and hawing whether or not I want to stop selling it or if I want to wait till they actually address me legally. I mean, I did buy them legally. I do have the first sale doctrine. There's no warranty on these. So legally, I think it's something I can keep selling unless they go through the proper channels to get me to stop selling them. I have quite a few. I have this blue, I only have two left, but I have red ones. And I think I have like 70 of the red ones. So I don't really know what else to do with them besides just sell them. I was thinking about donating them to a nursing home to see if they would want them, so I can stop getting in trouble with the company that's telling me to stop selling their product. But I just don't really know. It's not a big demand for these, so I'm not really sure what to do with them. So if you have any ideas, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear. Ester C. So these, as well as Emergency, Zycam, anything that is vitamin C and zinc have been selling very, very well on eBay, on Bonanza, on Amazon. It's all items that people are buying to hopefully protect themselves from getting sick. So I bought this one, and I don't know how much I paid for this, but it was retail arbitrage. I paid full price for it. These Happy Planner, I got this one plus this one, went to the same buyer. Picked these up on clearance at Walmart. Paid $1 for them. Uno Frozen 2. I have sold one of these, sold 7. I actually bought these to get ungated and frozen back in the fall. And I don't really make much on this, but it did ungate me in frozen for selling on Amazon. GE audible glass vibration alarms. I put these in a lot to sell them. I've had them for, gosh, I think maybe 6 to 9 months. I was actually thinking they would have went a lot quicker, but they finally sold, so I was happy to get rid of them. Some more retail arbitrage. Picked this up at a store called Runnings. They have one here in northern New York. And a couple weeks ago, they had tax-free weekend, and we do pay taxes on clothing here in New York. And I went, they had a bunch of their Columbia stuff on clearance. And this was a thinner, lighter weight long sleeve t-shirt. I paid $10 for it. It did go first class. Sold it for $25. Oh, by the way, this was going to go to Amazon, but because of the restrictions with FBA, I was not able to send it into Amazon. So I did cross post on Amazon and eBay. And within an evening, I listed it in an afternoon. By the next morning, it had sold on eBay. So I took it down off from Amazon. This Maxwell video camcorder tape. I've had this for a while. I had it listed. I think I had it listed too high. I can't remember what I put it at. I looked at what the going rate was, lowered my price, and within a day it sold. I got that free somewhere. Regina plays the Nutcracker. Another item that I had priced a little higher, lowered it, sold it for $7.86 within a day of lowering the price. So this is a ball herb growing kit. Actually, I sold this on Amazon. It was returned, but there was nothing wrong with it. So I threw it up on eBay and sold it. Somebody's going to grow some basil. These are shelf liners. I bought a bunch of these at Dollar General last spring on their clearance event. I paid, I think it was maybe 50 cents a roll, and I had quite a few of them. And I thought for sure they were going to sell pretty quickly, but they have been very, very low sellers. In this case, this one buyer came and bought three of 3 sets of three. So I sent them 9 of them. That was a nice sale. Games, I was mentioning puzzles selling. So games are selling also. I sold this Stratego game that I have had listed forever and 25 bucks. Didn't make much by the time I paid shipping on it because I'm pretty sure this one ended up going to California or Oregon. And I'm here in New York, so I went all the way to the West Coast. But that's okay. It's a big item. Got it out of here. These creative memory books, I've had these for quite a while, and I think they are one of the items that have been sitting out here for 3 years probably. Finally sold those. So they're from my own stash, so I don't really have any money except for, what I originally purchased, but I used them for quite a few years when I was doing scrapbooking. So sold for $12.50. The Spider Polar Stellar full zip jacket. So I have gray and I have red. And actually I sold this and then the person asked to cancel it right away. So I shouldn't have put this on here because the person never I didn't send it. I did a refund. Some more of those Starburst singles to go. Again, I picked them up at Walgreens for 30 cents each, so 90 cents into them. So these are items you see, start time because I switched them to, I relisted, I ended some stuff and relisted it. But so this item I have had around for a couple years and I have 2 of them. Finally sold one of them. Very happy to see that go. Only weighed a couple ounces, very cheap to ship. Valentine candy, M&M's white cheesecake. Paid $2.50 for it and sold it for $9.87. So I actually paid full price for these because I was selling these prior to Valentine's Day, and then I did not go out and buy any clearance Valentine candy. These neck rests, I probably had about 100 of these last year. Sent them into Amazon. They sold like crazy. Had a few returns. Threw them up on eBay. Nothing was wrong with them. Not really sure why Amazon didn't put them back up on my shelf, but I have one left in stock, but I have sold 3. 1702. And by the way, they fit really nicely in a 6x4x4 first class box. So these plates, Corel. I have been picking up Corel plates at garage sales. I don't pay much for them. I'll pick up any, even if it's just one dish, one plate, whatever. I'll pick them up and I'll hang on to them and then lump them in and sell them as lots. And I got $40 for this set of 13 pieces. Took a while to sell though. I think I've had these for probably, they probably, let me see if this is. Now there you go, November. Sorry, it's showing my buyer, but so November of 2019 is when I started them. I feel like I've had them longer than that though. This is an OA item. OA is online arbitrage. So I bought a bunch of these sleeping bags from Zulily online, and I think I paid, let me see if it shows on here how much I paid. No, I don't have it written down. I think they were like $7.99. They were not very expensive. I was really surprised. But Amazon was selling them at the time on Amazon, and I sent in a bunch and competed against Amazon, and they shared the buy box. I sold quite a few of them on Amazon, but I think I ordered 30 of them from Zulily, 20 or 30 of them, and a couple of them came with the packaging ripped a little bit, the cardboard that goes around it. So I kept a few of them back to sell on eBay. Well, I must have kept 3 of them back because I have 2 still available and I sold one. This is my first sale on eBay, but the ones that I sent into Amazon, they sold so fast. Like right away they went. I was surprised that they just sat here for so long on eBay and how quickly they sold on Amazon. Sold another game, and this is again for my own stash, so it didn't really cost me anything. One of the things that I think is really important right now when people are saying, I don't have anything to sell, I'm not a hoarder, I wasn't keeping a bunch of stuff on hand in case a pandemic would happen, I don't have anything else to list. It's great eBay has given us all these listings that we can do for free if you're a store owner. A lot of people just don't have things to list. I highly encourage you to go through your closets, your cupboards, your basements, like see what is there that your kids aren't playing anymore, or maybe you have clothing that you're just not wearing, and pull stuff out and go through your cupboards. Take the time to organize and clean out stuff, but in the meantime you're sourcing from your own house for things to sell. And that's what this game is. Pick this up. I don't know if it was at a garage sale, or it may have been even for my own. I don't have an HP printer anymore. I've had this for like ever. I couldn't even. Oh yeah, look, it says right here, October of '09. I mean, this is a long time. Very expired, but $6.50. Maybe made $1 on it after shipping and fees. Got really good feedback on this pair of jeans. They said they were just like brand new when they got them, but they were really nice, and sold them for $12.50. Pair of Gap boyfriend cuffed jeans capris. Had this one for a while. Another item I dropped the price on. Same with those pants, by the way. Those jeans I just showed. I had dropped the price on these. I was asking more for them and dropped the price. Being that it was a small size, a 0, I was able to send these first class. So it cost me like $4 to mail them. So I still made money on them. This was also something that could go first class. I've had this for a while. It was brand new. Had the tags. Picked it up at the Goodwill, but it sat here for quite a while. Well, December 2018. Underwear. I picked these up at Kohl's. I buy a lot of intimate garments at Kohl's to sell on Amazon. And at the time, must be there wasn't a listing for this, but I bought them anyhow and sold them here for $16.50. Let me see if it says how much I paid. I paid $5.46 for these. Sold them for $16.50. The Beatles Rock Band, another one. Dropped the price. Got it out of here. $10.10, free shipping. On things like this, of course, video games aren't supposed to go media mail anyhow, but had this been like a music CD or a movie or something like that, even if it can go media mail, if it can also go first class, I most of the time will still send it first class over media mail, just so they get it quicker. Got a bunch of these on clearance at a local drugstore. This Amino Vital. I sold different varieties of it. I sold out of all the other varieties. Which one's this one? This lemon flavor. So this one was the last one I have on hand. I only got one left. and some buyer bought 3 all at once. Which I love when they do that when you have free shipping, because it makes it when you're building your shipping into the price of your item, it's more money in your pocket when they buy more than one. These videos have been on here, says March of 2019, but I'm pretty sure I relisted them at that time. They've been sitting here for a while. I originally tried to list them individually and they weren't selling, so I lumped them into a group. They still weren't selling. I did edit the price. I don't remember how much I was asking, but I edited the price, went down in price, and they sold. Again, within a day. I was really shocked by how many items I was editing and things were selling. And I also was sending best offers, and I may actually have sent a best offer on this one and sold it. So that is it for this video. I am going to do another video because this is what sold in the last week. And I'm going to do another video of showing you what sold the week before that, as well as what I sold on Amazon and what I've been selling on Bonanza. So just to give you an idea of what's selling on other platforms. So I wanted to thank you so much for coming, seeing what I'm selling, and hopefully you all are doing a great job on eBay yourself, taking time to get through your profit piles, getting things listed. Last week, yesterday, eBay announced that they were going to be giving more free listings to non-store people, or if you're opening an account for the first time, you're going to get more free listings than you normally do. So take advantage of this time. If you are currently laid off from your job, if you have extra time on your hands, go through, clean your closets, organize, pull out stuff you're not using anymore, take some photos of it. I use my iPhone for taking pictures and throw them up on eBay. You'd be surprised what you can sell. So there's eBay, Mercari. If it's clothing, you can go on Poshmark. But go ahead, start selling some of those items to give yourself some extra free money during this very difficult time for some people. Alrighty, thanks a lot for stopping by. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Give this a thumbs up. I could use some more watchers. And also down in the link will be a link to my Facebook group. So feel free to stop into the Facebook group. We are doing a daily goal setting, just talking about what can we do to stay on track during this time so we can make sure that our businesses continue to thrive. So thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. Alrighty. Bye.